I was going to post another video today, and then something big happened. Marjorie Taylor Greene, a congresswoman from my state of Georgia, flipped on MAGA, which is a landmark because it was an apology that was recorded live on television during an interview. And I want this message to go out to people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. So I've got a meme, I've got a comic, and I'm going to post the clip, and then I'm going to give what little advice I'm hardly qualified to give, but I think is worthy of considering. So here's your meme.
Are we the baddies?
Simple and easy, right? When you start to do something and then you realize for however long you were doing it that it does not align with your internal core values, the things that you believe in, you start to realize that you're doing something wrong. What do you do about it? Here is your comic.
Hey, listen, I voted for him, but my business has gone under from these tariffs and I think something needs to change.
Motherfucker, you don't give a shit about anyone but yourself and now you want help? What kind of—
Cliff, I know it's frustrating, but we can't let our pride get in the way of the greater good here. If someone is willing to change, you have to let them. We have to allow them as much dignity and grace as we can.
That comic was recently posted, and I recommend you read those comics by the author, of which I probably zoomed in at the last bit of that clip. They make good comics. And then here's the clip.
I think that's fair criticism, and I would like to say humbly, I'm sorry for taking part in the toxic politics. It's very bad for our country, and it's been something I've thought about a lot, especially since Charlie Kirk was assassinated, is that I'm only responsible for myself and my own words and actions, and I'm committed, and I've been working on this a lot lately, to put down the knives in politics. I really just want to see people be kind to one another, and we need to figure out a new path forward that is focused on the American people, because as Americans, no matter what side of the aisle we're on, we have far more in common than we have differences, and we need to be able to respect each other with our disagreements.
That's amazing.
Right. So I'm just as shocked as the people who responded to that interview live on camera. This is pretty big. However, I want to do something a little different, channeling this energy. Now, I believe that Marjorie Taylor Greene should quit her job because she realized what she was doing and it's been bad. And that means for as long as she's been sitting in Congress, empowered by the people she's been empowered by to do what she's been doing, she has been disserving her constituents. You have been an active detriment to the people who have voted for you. I am not mincing words there. You have done them great harm. You have posed them great harm, and you are just now realizing that you don't believe what you're doing and it's putting you in danger. You are on the chopping block. I believe if at any moment that is you're doing that for any job you have, you should quit. However, I know you don't want to for whatever reasons. So here is another thing. If you're not going to quit and empower and put someone else in office who you believe can actually do your job correctly, I know that just because you realize what you're doing is wrong does not mean you have to like or join the Democrats. Democrats are not your friends. The Democrats aren't my friends. I don't believe in all the same things the Democrats do. They do not have my best interests in mind, and I'd go so far as to say they probably don't have yours in mind either, but probably you believe that much more than I do because you used to be ideologically opposed to them, and so are slower to take up on the things that they tell you you should want and you should vote for. That is how politics works. I don't think you're a bad person for disagreeing with the Democrats. However, if you want to live and work within a system that services your politics the way you want to, I think if you're not going to quit and give someone else and help someone else get a job, get your job and do your job better than you can in a way that you want to be done, what people like Marjorie Taylor Greene should do in their position is work towards making a better government where we do not have to choose between two teams that hate us almost equally or at all. You should not have to vote for people you don't like. First past the post voting. It's a broken voting system and we should have ranked choice voting. That way, more people can run and more interests can be represented, and you can actually get closer to the things that you want in your government based on what you vote for. It does not have to be two competing teams of politicians, neither of which you have your best interests in mind, but one might have a couple of things and the other one actively wants to take everything away from you, because that is what our political system is right now. If you don't want that, and if you have the power to do something about it, I'd recommend you do something about it. There are other states that have ranked choice voting systems. We need to be pushing ranked choice voting for as many of our elections as possible, up to the Senate, up to the presidency. We need this, and people like Marjorie Taylor Greene are equipped to start something about it. You realize that you've been doing something wrong this entire time? Good. You are capable of change. You are evidence that there is no such thing as too far gone. Does it mean your personal fable has to come first and foremost and you need to take offense when people don't thank you for flipping? No. You have done a bad thing. You have been doing a bad thing. You need to reckon with having done that bad thing by doing good things now and putting yourself second for once. What you have gone through and what you have supported and your personal history is no longer important. What is only important is what you do now that you've realized, and the power that you wield is important. Do not put your personal fable of having flipped any way forward. No one should care. You used to be one way and now you're another thing. There are some people who will never forgive you. Doesn't matter. Work for a better world. People like Marjorie Taylor Greene have the power to do that. That's all I'm saying. But that's enough for me. Peace.